it's your classic vibe coding tool, building websites, building apps. But the addition here, and in fact, it's more like Devin, which is an experience. This is what's interesting.
It's the only agent that actually understands your design system and designs UIs and prototypes exactly like you do, with deep design system intelligence, using your components throughout. It's the only agent that lets you prototype on real products, in real context with real data, with your actual UIs you can get internal and customer feedback on easily. It's the only agent that lets anyone in your team send pull requests and automatically addresses build failures, PR comments, and any type of automated feedback. It's the integrates with everything agent that you can connect every single product you use, data source, tech stack you have, and every team member in one place. It's the no-handoff agent, where instead of having 3 different tools
Collaboration
for product
going on
design and
here.
development, everyone works on one source of truth. It's the agent that learns how your team works, storing memories from feedback from product design and dev to make it better hone the way you build from end to end. It's the only agent that can visually build your native applications, soon supporting iOS, Swift, Android, Flutter, etc.
So I will just say this is where it lost me a little bit, because there was a lot of promises going on here. But he says here,
it's the only agent that can visually build your native applications, soon supporting iOS, Swift, Android.
The only AI that can build your native apps, soon to be Swift, Android, iOS. Like, how is it an app that can build, but then you're saying the only languages that it's soon to be using those that just lost me, and that then made me go back over it and then question, kind of like, well, hang on, there's so much going on here. This tool seems insane. Learns how you code. By the way, it's not the first to do this. Like I say, it feels very much like Devin. It's like an integrated environment. If they can deliver on it, amazing. I'm also a little bit disappointed that one of the biggest features, in my opinion, is this design development this integration. Seemingly that you can have designers doing all this, that, and the other with a Figma-like / Webflow experience on the right here. You've got developers vibing on the left. So this is what we hope and dream of, right? This is everything we hope and dream. So yeah, seems amazing. Just a few little, I don't know, little red flags on it for me, but it does look very, very, very cool.
Yeah.
I also looked at their website and I was a little bit confused. By the way, this is really cool, this stuff.
Yeah.
So there's Builder.io, and then you go to their platform, then you go to Fusion. Like, what is the difference? Is it the design aspect that's different, or is this a strict vibe code experience, but actually this is all that integration stuff with MCPs and linking with pull requests and is this more like Devin? Is Fusion more like Devin, whereas Builder.io is more like Lovable? I'm not too sure. So if you know, let us know. But that's my overall understanding and assessment of this tool.
When I saw the video, I was also really excited because it did look like a mix of all of these tools. But then I was like, is he making a new tool? Is he like abandoning Builder.io? But then I came to the website and I got more confused because it seems like it's not a new tool. It's like an addition to the already existing tool, which by the way, before all of this AI, if I'm not wrong, it was a tool that you could do like visually develop things with it, similar to the way Webflow is, but more powerful on the development side of things. But then it got all AI and now it has more AI on top of the already changed to have a lot of AI. So it kind of it doesn't make sense on that end. And when talking about like having design versus dev, not versus, but like alongside dev mode, to me it shouldn't be like, because there was a time it felt like design mode is like Webflow and dev mode is code, but I feel like that is changing. I think the design mode should be more like Figma, like a free canvas that you can have versions. That's the whole point of it, to have variations, to have exploration. And then the dev mode could be similar to the way that Webflow is, the Webflow designer, with a view on the code, so you could see the code, and obviously AI to write the code, and then maybe have something like the Webflow cloud for other developers, having their needs taken care of with the cloud there. So, but this is, I don't know, this is cool. I would probably give it a try, but the video showed it to be.
I'm looking at this now, and I don't think this is aimed at one person freelancers. This is not aimed at those people. This is enabling teams. What gave it away for me was this note at the top here that PMs can use AI to write tickets in JIRA. Designers use AI to create mock-ups in Figma, and developers use AI to build IDEs. 3 teams, 3 tools. So I think it's bringing teams together. I don't think you'll see. Well, I mean, I would. Have you signed up to this? Have you?
No, not yet. But
okay, fine.
I just also found it.
But I don't think this will be. This will be a watered down design experience. It won't be like an experience where you can iterate and have loads of different versions and this and that and the other. It will be a very locked down, rigid design experience like you'd see in Webflow. If you take away everything that doesn't work on the web inside of Figma, you will end up with something very much like Webflow. Yeah. Auto layout is what you need, and this and that. I suppose you've got the free flow canvas a little bit and this kind of thing, but like you'll inevitably end up with a lot of basically what you're seeing here. And for it to be useful, you'll end up with what you're seeing on the right hand side here. So I don't think it's necessarily going to help designers design. I think it's going to help designers who know how to build websites in something like Webflow contribute to the development of the website, if that makes sense. I don't think designers will feel they're not going to be able, like you just said, they're not going to be able to iterate. They're not going to be able to freeform canvas. They're not going to be able to explore and experiment with designs, just because that's practically impossible in the context of a web tool. It might as well just be a separate page. It might as well just be a separate tool. So yeah, inevitably you're always going to end up with this very locked down and rigid design tool. Like I say, it might be very useful for someone like yourself, but I think it's aimed at kind of teams and enterprise solutions. But regardless, it'll be cool to see where it goes. They're promising a lot. This is part of a larger conversation on my show, Cmd+AI, which we stream live every single week. We discuss the news and all things related to AI in the world of design and web. Catch us next week and join in the banter.